Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so today we are going to present about university students online learning acceptance behavior during Covid-19 pandemic.
I will start with introduction for our group project. During COVID-19 pandemic, university students had to study at home because all universities have been closed to prevent the spread of this virus and to keep everyone safe. All activities, especially teaching and learning, face a transition to fully e-learning. Information and communication technology has been widely used to deliver information for education and learning. E-learning can be carried out through various applications such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and so on. We intend to examine these university students' online learning acceptance behavior during COVID-19 by assessing students' experience in their participation in e-learning. The research questions that have been set in this survey are demographic profile, challenge of studying online behavior intention, overall experience, and overall satisfaction. Now we go to next presentation.
I will continue our presentation with methodology. To collect the data to carry out the survey, we use questionnaire method. The survey was conducted among 200 students. The questionnaire had a total 10 quantitative sections, include section A, which is demographic section, section B, challenges of study online, which is multiple answer question. For this section, the respondent can answer more than 3 answers. We also use Likert scale question using 5-point Likert scale for section C until section H and 7 Likert scale for section I until section J. We hand out the survey through Google Form to university students around Malaysia for 2 weeks from 13 June until 27 June 2021.
This survey was distributed to students from 13 June to 17 June 2021. During that time, a total of 206 respondents answered the survey. The survey results of the first 100 respondents were analysed for this report. A total of 13 of the respondents were male, while 87 of them were female. Most of them are in the age range of 21 to 23 years. Next, those involved in answering this survey took different programs of study such as mechanical engineering, Islamic banking and finance, business studies, Islamic studies, muamalat management, and many more. Furthermore, in this section, students were also asked about their most preferred online teaching method. As a result, majority of them are more likely to use Microsoft Teams as the main platform in learning, while others preferred pre-recorded lecture uploaded on university learning platform. Next, in this section, we made analysis about the challenges of studying online. The students were asked to vote on their challenges of studying online. The results shows that majority students, which is 72%, voted that internet connectivity and difficulty to focus due to distractions from surroundings were the biggest challenges during their online learning. Internet connectivity problems usually occur because students live in rural areas that are relatively far from the city. This makes it difficult for them to get a smooth and high-speed internet connection. In addition, students found that it is difficult to focus while studying due to distractions from surroundings. Most students live with their parents as well as their siblings. Therefore, they may be disturbed by the noisy atmosphere in the house. Next, as many as 70% of students stated that they had difficulty in understanding the content of the subjects. This is because students are not able to face their lecturers directly to ask questions that they do not understand. Besides, based on the graph, other challenges faced by students during online learning such as having too many different online learning methods, limited broadband data, slow personal laptop and devices problems, lack of motivation and lack of technical skills in using online learning were at an average level. Each has a percentage level of 39%, 31%, 40%, 16% and 39%.
Okay, for section H, we talk about student behavioral intention during pandemic COVID-19 throughout the online learning. So we have prepared 3 questions. So for question number 1 is about, if given a choice, I predict I will use online learning. Okay, so the answer we have for this question is for strongly disagree is 12% and for disagree is 23%, neutral 42%, agree 19%, and for strongly agree is 4%. Okay, so for next question, assuming I had access to online learning, I intend to use it. So for the result, for strongly disagree is 7%, and for disagree 23%, neutral 47%, agree 18%, and strongly agree 5%. And for the last question, question number 3, I plan to use online learning in the future. So for the result, strongly disagree is 14%, and for disagree 23%, and neutral 43%, and for agree is 15%, and for the strongly agree is 5%. Okay, so we can see based on the graph, we can clearly see that the majority of students choose neutral to answer all three questions posed to them. Almost all respondents had no positive or negative response to all these questions given in this session. But we can see negative response is a little bit more higher to the positive response. So we can conclude to this result. We can see that most of students are not fond of online learning, and they also do not agree to use this learning method in the future. That's all.
Next, we move to section I. In this section, we focus about student overall experience when learning online during COVID-19 pandemic. And we only provide one question in this section, which is my overall online learning experience so far. We ask all the respondents to give a scale rate from 1 boring to 7 fun, and the highest answer that we got from this question is 38% student rate boring, and the lowest is 2%, which is extremely boring. But as we can see, only a handful of students give a scale rate 6 exciting to 7 extremely exciting. Therefore, the result for this section about student online learning experience so far is quite discouraging. Lastly, section J. This is the last question presented in our survey. In this section, we ask about student overall satisfaction about online learning during pandemic. We ask students to give a rate from 1, very dissatisfied, to 7, very satisfied about online learning satisfaction. The highest answer that we received is 34%, somewhat dissatisfied, and the lowest is 2%, completely satisfied. In conclusion, the final result of student online learning satisfaction so far during COVID-19 pandemic are quite negative and not discouraging.
Finally, as a conclusion, there are some common challenges for undergraduate students who are currently pursuing online learning, such as a lack of in-person interaction, technical and internet connection issues, and more. However, there are also have positive effect from the online learning for the students. As we all know, studying from home will give us other responsibilities such as helping parents, and some are working part-time. By that, we would like to recommend to students to organize their time effectively. Students should manage their time by prioritizing important tasks and identifying time wasters, such as browsing the internet and social media, as well as playing video games. Lastly, students who have problems and challenges caused of online learning are recommended to talk their concern to a professional, such as university counselor or lecturers. If they feel uncomfortable to share with counselor, they can discuss the issue with their family or share it with friends. That's all from our group. Thank you for watching.